What's up, everyone? My name is Tags, and I like to play the tower. And today we are back with the next episode of the Tower Inspection. Today we are here with a different guest this time. It goes by the name of OutdoorKatnip. They have a they started their account around June of 2025, so a little bit of a newer account. They have about 32,000 stones with a lifetime coins of about 4.95Q. So, which is pretty good for not even 1 year. I think in my first year, I think I made like maybe 10T or like 10 trillion lifetime or something like that. But yeah, and also if I recall, Outdoor is a EHP player, so this should be an interesting discussion. But overall, I think this one came out pretty good. It was a very detailed discussion, and I think I learned a thing or two along the way. But yes, this is going to be a very long video, the longest one so far of the series, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry for the video length, but I guess there were times where I just kept going and going, and or maybe we could have, or maybe we went off on a tangent for too long, but it happens. I think having more detail is better, so hopefully this is helpful for others. And yeah, so let's get into the video. All right, so over here I have Outdoor Catnip for episode 3. Thank you for coming on. Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick for the people.
Hi, thanks, Tags, for having me on as well. I'm Outdoor Catnip. You might have seen me on a couple of the servers helping out where I can, talking about the tower a lot. Some places I'll talk about Overwatch because somebody got me addicted. But I've been playing the tower for a little over 6 months, since I think like July 3rd. I am not free to play, so my stone count is a little inflated from about the 10 stone packs and couple Black Friday and 4th of July packs that I bought. Funny too, I literally joined right before 4th of July. But I'm only sitting at just shy of 5Q LTC total. I'm probably going to hit that before the end of the run that you see on screen. Um, Favorite thing about the game so far, gameplay wise, has been a lot of the variability from the RNG. Like, I didn't get a G comp for the first 6 months of gameplay. And it changed the way I had to play, but it also changed the way that I thought about the game. Not a this is the path that most people follow, but what else can I do since I can't do that? So even within the existing paths, there was a bunch of innovation there, and there's a lot of cool trial and error and really cool math. But I think the thing that keeps me playing the game the most is probably the community. And I do want to give a big shout out to Tags and a bunch of his fellow creators for having such great communities that make it a really fun and welcoming place for everybody on the regular. All you guys, Spartan, Tags, Actuary, Zeph, you guys, because it's really nice being able to be someplace and talk about something fun.
Yeah, I agree. The community for this is a lot better than most games. I think so far with this game, the community is probably one of the best that I've seen compared to other games that I've played. The game I played before this, the community was okay, but it was a little bit of a younger crowd, and this is the community for this game seems a lot more relatable, and everyone seems very helpful and pretty chill for the most part. Obviously, you're going to have your bad apples here and there with every group, but for this one, I've seen it's been mostly positive so far, I must say.
Yeah, my partner plays a rhythm game that's, designed for primarily a younger crowd.
Oh no, is it
The community
Osu?
there, oh, Project Sakai.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought it was Osu. A few
They're in
friends
love
that
with
I
the
know
visual
used to play
novels.
that.
Yeah, my nephew plays Osu, and we just can't get into it. Project Sekai has better songs and a more entertaining community. So, like, they're a little bit involved in some of the online space for the community, but not a whole lot. The tower still has a better community because, we're all grown-ups able to have grown-up conversations about the game and stuff. Which, when you have to, kids need the spaces, but I don't want to be in a kid space for that. I want to be where I can have conversations, builds, and sit there with popcorn while we debate whether EHP or glass cannon is better, but know that at the end of the day, we're still playing the same game, and the squares and triangles and pentagons are the enemy, not each other's builds.
Okay, real quick, I'm not sure what happened there, but it cut out for a second, but you're fine.
I dropped radio
it was
voice, that's why.
Oh, sorry. No worries. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Let's get back on track real fast. Okay. So you were saying it says here, so you began around June of 2025. About 32K stones, it looks like. Pretty good.
Yeah, I am at.
Mhm.
Oh, it was June 13th? Why did I think I started in July? Yeah, I'm at just over 32.5K stones. Like I
You
said, I think that was about 10 stone packs and a couple of the holiday
Mhm.
packs.
Okay. You may have installed the game on 4th of July because I know for a fact with this game, I probably installed this game months before, or like a month or two before I began to play it, sort of like the game I used to play as well. It's just that I I just I was chilling one day and I was like going through my phone. I was like, you know what? Let's try this. I have it here. Let's give it a try. I got nothing else to do. Why not? And it was like one of those games like, oh, well, this is interesting. Well, it was interesting for a week at the time, but then I quit because I didn't know what I was doing. But here we are now.
Oh yeah, I
Hmm.
got lucky when I started playing it that I remember having played it. I think I spent 2 days not on one of the discords or on Reddit looking at stuff for it. And then I saw the little button and was just like, let's go see what's on Discord for it. So I found the guild that I'm still in, and your content through YouTube, Spartan's content, Zephyr's content, Tequila's content. And that's how I've learned pretty much all of that I know about the game is reading what's in the community about it and a lot from watching your guys' videos.
Oh, nice. Thank you. I wish I could be more informative, but I'm working on that. More to come in the future, but anyways, okay, so let's talk about uh let's see. Okay, so here it looks like you farm in tier 12. It looks like you do around 7500 on tier 12, somewhere around that 7600ish currently.
Yeah, without really bad scatter luck at the end, I do between 72 and 7400 waves on tier 12. I'm
Okay.
sitting at on average, God, I forgot to delete those runs. I had to do the demon mode mission.
That's okay. Go ahead. You can go ahead and remove them now real quick, I guess, if you want.
It,
Is
it
there
can wait till later. But
Okay.
yeah, the last full farm run I did was 7466. Obviously, I got taken out by Gen 4 scatters, because that's pretty much how all EHP towers go down.
Okay, 66. Oh, sorry, 6.17 an hour. Okay, 6.17
Yeah,
out, about 10-hour run. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Have you recently tried tier 13 or
it
no?
should still be on here. Nope, the demon mode mission killed it. So I did try tier 13. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. What I hear you. Yeah, this
Oh,
was
I
my
see.
last tier 13 run. Same setup, same mods, and it's it's too far down. 1.1 T is way too much of a drop, and it's not like I'm getting a significantly greater amount of cells to take care of that econ, especially with some of the other points that my towers. Tier 13's on hold. Pre my last respec, I was able to do better for longer on tier 13 and had started farming it full time.
Okay. There
To
are a
put
couple
I had to
things I
put stuff
want to.
back in gold bot. Go for it. I'm sorry.
There are some things I want to look at later on in terms of for tier 13, but we'll get to that later on. Uh,
Mhm.
okay, so what kind of? So I think I have an idea of what kind of build you're running because I see the flame bot. So I mean, I think it's I guess if I had to assume, it looks like you run EHP. If I had to guess.
Yep. This is definitely an EHP tower.
Okay, so you are EHP. Okay. All right. Well, this should be interesting. No, I'm just kidding. I'll do my best. I will be honest with you, though. Yeah, I will be honest with you. I don't know the most about EHP. Obviously, in the beginning, everyone should go through a phase of EHP when they begin playing. And then, well, the usual path is obviously you start as EHP, you switch to hot to hybrid, and then from there you make the choice if you want to go to glass cannon or not, or stick with EHP. That's up to you. But yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I guess let's go ahead and let's start with the labs. I want to see what's going on with the labs, how you're doing with that right now.
All right. Let me do this now because if I wait more than another couple hundred waves, it will tank this farmer.
You mean go home? Oh yeah, I thought you were about
Yeah.
to click the wrong one.
I very much was about to click the wrong one. Yeah. So
Okay. All right. I like what I see. Daily mission
and
shards is a very boring lab, but it is a very good one. Low key, it is a very good lab for modules,
this
and it gets slept on, but it's a
last
really good
level,
lab. It's long,
last level.
but it's good. Yeah. I mean, you kind of could rush it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, don't do that. Okay.
I'm sorry, what just happened?
Well, I
Well,
guess I guess this wouldn't be
I
the
guess
first
it's
time
done
someone they
now.
clicked on
Dang.
something after I said not to.
Oops. Nah, to be fair, my plan was to rush it when it got to 50, and
Mhm,
between major mod pull, it's not really going to end it. Most importantly,
mhm.
this has to go back in.
Yes, Shatter Shards is the GOAT, obviously. I think Shatter
Mhm.
Shards is S tier. It is one of the most important module labs. And it's one of those where if you can afford it, definitely bang it out as soon as you can. It does, depending on where you are, it does get expensive, but I think it's worth taking out a student loan to finish like level 5 if needed, because I know the last level could be like almost one little queue for level 5 of Shatter Shards without any discount. But it's definitely worth, in my
Yeah,
opinion, for the time it takes to finish.
yes. You'll
Hmm.
notice I did have it started. I took it out at last
Yes.
tournament because I wanted that 80 trillion into regen for the tournament because it was
Hmm.
another full click into regen enhance. And I
Yes.
was like, oh, that should take me like, no, less than a day to get back. And then my dedicated device crashed last night. So that's why I literally only just had the coins for it around the time that we started recording.
Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I am a fan of regen, even though I am GC. Well, especially for me, I think that regen is way better than health because it seems that you could have all this health, but if you don't have the regen, it's kind of useless after if you can't like fortify your wall back, with it basically. Well, what I mean is like if you can't get that health back in time, what's the point of all that health? So
Yeah.
definitely regen's
So
a good thing to have.
the way I approach my EHP for health versus regen is if I'm getting hit by too many things at once and that's killing me, I probably need health. So I'm getting
Yes.
shotgun.
Yes, according to I think it was Bonsai Lad that said this, and I didn't know this at first, and this was very helpful. But basically, yeah, what he was saying was to sum things up. If you're dying to chip all the time, then you need more regen. But if you're dying to damage, like big damage, you need more health generally, and that's
Yeah.
basically
Which
how
is
to go
why I
about it.
think that which is why I was really happy to see when you got the second wind mastery and regen mastery.
Oh my
Because
god, I
overcharges
love
the
them.
glass cannon problem
Yes.
So why would you not need regen?
You
Sure,
know
you
what's
need health to
funny?
tank number 6 and 7, but you need to
Mhm.
regen up to it to make it that far.
Yeah, I got a bunch of flack for getting that. Some people were like, "Oh, you're a traitor," and I'm like, "Dude, like everyone, a lot of believe it or not, there are players above me that got those as well." And I did consult with a player that I usually ask for advice to, who's like basically in like the top 100, and they did recommend that to me, and I do not regret getting it. But yeah, that with the shatter shards. Flamebot cooldown is good. A very long lab, which has to get done for Flamebot, so that's good. I want to have to start that eventually. I just don't know when. Who knows? But yeah, that is a
When you have
necessity.
something you can replace it with that's not going to hurt.
Yes.
Like that currently for me is, and you'll see it when we get to my ultimate weapons, is replacing an ultimate weapon lab that I know I have to get done, but because I have it mitigated other ways, I don't need to do right this minute. It's why some of the stuff that's here is here. And if you're cool, I'm gonna bring up the whole lab page so that we can see why. Tab
Sure.
and
Hmm.
scroll all the way.
Yeah, let's go up. Let's start from the top, I guess, if you want. Okay. Yeah, the workshop discounts. I'm not very fond of the attack and defense discount. Workshop utility discount, I'm not going to lie, I like that one because it reduces the price of ELS, and I'm pretty sure it's retroactive too. Uh,
Correct. When you respec, you get it back. It doesn't give
yes.
it back to you until you respec, though, which is annoying. Lab discount, I wish was retroactive and refunded you the coins, but that would be nice.
Yeah, lab coin
Have
discount. I got a better discount. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not going to go there, but I see where you're going with that. But yeah,
$100 gems at a time. Yeah, no, I can't afford that yet, but I've
um,
considered it at times. So these two were attack and defense. I've specifically only leveled is when I need the coins for something else. Usually right before tournament, I'll throw it in because it's a quick lab that gets done that gets me a later net benefit. And it gives me back a couple billion coins that I can either use to click another level of EL or potentially go over the cap, the minimum that I need to be able to click another enhancement. So those wouldn't, at least attack wouldn't be at level 17, given that I'm only a tournament hybrid and not a strong tournament hybrid under certain battle conditions. It's mostly useless. Defense discount, I do want to get higher because wall health costs a lot. 100 levels of wall health over 1200 is something like 154 trillion for the next 100 levels, and then it either triples or quadruples at points after that. So you can spend 2Q just getting it to 1600 so you can do milestone runs and tournaments effectively and max out early enough.
yeah,
Utility, I really need to get that higher, but like I'm an 8-month-old tower that doesn't have lab speed max and has a massive stone count. Have too many ultimate weapon labs that I needed to do and too many EHP labs that I needed to get done to be able to place in the low to mid champs now. And you'll see if you see my ultimate weapons later, why I made those decisions because of the level my crowd controls. Coin discount, I'm not going to start until I actually start masteries. Most of the rest of these obviously are all set all the
hmm,
way through for the gold box for the
okay.
gem rush efficiency.
Uh, I guess I'm a little biased. I think attack speed could be a little bit more than 44, but that's fine for now, I guess.
It definitely
I,
can, but
hmm,
again, with a lot of the decisions that you'll see in my labs, I agree
hmm,
with you completely. I
hmm.
want attack speed at 70. And had the actual play time to get it there while also getting the other.
Yeah, it's going to
Things.
take some time, and that's fine. So it's something long
Oh
term.
yeah.
which is
Oh
fine.
yeah, when
Mhm.
it's something I'm planning on putting back in within 1 or 2 full lab completions after Flamebot cooldown is maxed.
Okay. Let's see what else. Damage per meter, I wouldn't even touch that. Yeah, damage per meter, I don't think that's worth putting any levels into until, well, obviously until Spotlight Plus, but I don't think you're getting that right. So yeah, I wouldn't even touch that. Uh
Yeah, I'm not getting Spotlight Plus for a while. The first 20 levels that I did of this, I did within my first month of the game
oh, okay.
because
Okay.
I didn't want to be EHP when I first started the game. So I tried to damage labs. The last time I did an attack speed lab before last month was easily October.
E-
The
e-
first 40 levels were done before October.
October? Okay.
Yeah. So in the last 5 months, I've done 4 levels on.
Okay. Super crit is fine. Those get super long for very little return, so that's fine for now, I guess. Max rend armor, that's fine. I'm not a fan of that lab. I don't know. Like people that have swamp, I know they probably would want to do that, but I don't know. Like rend armor in itself, I'm not the biggest fan of. But then again, I don't really have like poison swamp like that, so maybe I'll change my mind on that in the future. But that's fine for now.
Yeah, that's my
Let's
view on it
see.
too. If I go multi perma swamp and decide to go damage with multi swamp, because that's something that I've kind of wanted to do on and off the whole time I've been playing the game, is use swamp as the main source of damage. Having this max to that 30 levels for, I think it goes to what, 11x at that point, 15x, something like that. That damage
Yeah.
adds up pretty significantly when you have the swamp, especially if you have death creep on top of it. The damage boost from that lab matters more. Till then,
Oh
it's
yeah.
going to sit at level 0.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. With that, yeah, death creep is strong, but then again, the problem with poison swamp is the labs. That's the problem. The labs are a big part of it that you got to do. And even at 6x
Pain in
speed,
that,
it's
yeah.
going to take like a month to finish most of them, such as the radius and both the labs. They're going to take at least like 30 days or so, depending on your lab speed too. At 6x speed, for me, like right
Hmm.
now, they're like they're halfway done. Some of them, and I still got like 28 days on them, and it's just it's ridiculous. It's so long, but it's going
Yeah.
to have to get done
And
eventually,
in
though.
those labs, and in the
Hmm.
poison swamp labs, you'll see
Yeah.
it.
All right. Let's see.
Moving down to
Defense.
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 For
So
an EHP tower, this is weak. I
uh,
know it.
yeah. So I don't know the correct ratio between the health and the regen. I would say I don't know. Maybe getting them to 50 would be ideal. Defense
Huh?
absolute is kind of over leveled, but Zephyr would be proud, I guess. You got that, I
Actually,
guess.
he's the reason that it's that high. When I
Oh
first
well.
started watching Zephyr's streams, I threw defense absolute in and didn't take it off until I had sat down and done the math and was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be happy this is here when it eventually gets the buff. I'll be happy it's here later." I'm still
Yeah.
hopeful that his idea for the module works, but
I mean, yeah, that would be great. Then everyone would be rushing defense absolute levels at that point. That'd
pretty
be
much.
hilarious. Defense percent. Now, I would initially say, oh, yeah, you need level 23, but because of the relics, that's not needed anymore. But I guess if you want to get 98% defense easier in the tournaments, I guess it wouldn't hurt. But if it's at 20
Yeah.
right now, I'm guessing it's there because I'm guessing you already get 98% when you farm, if I had to guess.
I get
So
98% in farm with a mythic substat
with a mythic,
this
okay.
level.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. Like I'm running with mythic sharp fortitude with mythic defense percent on it. And because of the relics, I'm at 98% the perks with just that sub. I think
Okay.
I'm at 90, I think I'm at 78.5 in tournaments using an ancestral sub on OA, but I don't plan on touching this lab again until significantly later, like when extra defense becomes a possibility if I stay with EHP that long. The plan
Okay.
is right now to stay EHP for a long time, but
Hmm.
you know, if I do this lab now in preparation for 6, 7 months from now, I'm going to get the extra defense mastery and then spend the 3 weeks labbing that to level 7. To be able to afford that is still 2 or 3 tower months down the line for me at the absolute minimum. And it's like the 7th or 8th defense mastery that I would get because I need econ, I need second wind, I need regen. And
Yes.
these lab levels won't make as much of a difference until I'm getting closer to when I would get the last pieces of excellence masteries percentage point. Again, I'm gonna have to credit Bonsai, and he's probably gonna be mad if I misquote him here, but I'm pretty sure the last 2 percentage points are 50% of the benefit that you can get out of it.
The last 2 points of defense percent?
Yeah, from 96 to 98.
Yes. It's 50% basically, if I'm correct.
So that's gonna be a bit.
Okay. Landmine Decay. So, in the past, I would have said that Landmine Decay is a terrible lab, but I think there's one exception for Landmine Decay, and I think that's for when you get the Flashbang Mastery because of the way it works. I think there is some use. There may be some use leveling up this lab if you have Landmine Stun Mastery, but if not, then I probably wouldn't touch it just yet. Same thing with landmine damage. I think the damage for landmines is very negligible, so I think the only reason why I would do that lab, the landmine damage, is to get my gem rush efficiency up because it's a very quick lab to finish. I think it only takes like 6 days or so. Well, for me, it's 5 days at 6x speed, so it's probably going to take at like 4 or 5x speed, probably like 7 to 8 days to fully max out from level 1. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah.
your lab speed obviously matters too with that. So maybe it might be like 8-9 days to fully max out from level 1, but it's still a very quick lab regardless to finish.
Yeah. And those were labs that I did within the first 2 days before I had actually gotten on a Discord
Yeah.
server. And what I've noticed is having a couple seconds of extra landmine placement in shorter milestone runs where you're not getting a spawn cap enough to be able to consistently have landmines for the landmine stun card. It keeps the landmines around sometimes just long enough to stun extra. Not perfect, and it would be better if it was maxed, but I've got other stuff I've got to do before it, and then it's
Yeah.
just going to be a matter of turning everything off and see how much more stuns I.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. And then also, yeah, going through, there's probably going to be some labs where obviously it could have been from like early on, such as, like a certain fellow that gem rushed max interest, but let's not get into that. I'm not gonna lie though, funny enough though, even though that was a troll move, shout out to the homie for doing that, but there is a case now to max it out now because of the gem rush efficiency, funny enough. So it's like it actually did become a good idea, sort of. Which I can't believe, but oh well, it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked for sure.
Wall
Eventually,
health.
I have to get this up.
Shockwave size. So interestingly enough, if you go back to shockwave size, somebody was asking me about in one of my streams. They said they don't have. They were saying about a way to counter ranged ultimate or something like that, but they don't have chrono field and they don't have they don't have chrono loop obviously because they're in plat and stuff like that. I forget what it was.
Permanent black hole.
Yes, and
Yeah.
And so what I said was to increase your shockwave size. I guess I don't know. I don't know what other like way that you could counter that is EHP or like a hybrid build. I guess maybe more shockwave size, but that's more like a I'm just guessing thing at that point. I'm not sure if that's really the play for that, but I guess it's an idea. I'm not sure
From my
for that.
experience, yes, you're correct. That
Okay.
is the only thing without chrono field, without actually running the ranged enemy ranged lab, that
Oh
will
yes,
help with
that too.
ranged
Yeah, the
ultimate
lab.
for especially for early towers because shockwave size is quick and cheap.
Yes.
I'm at lab speed I think 78 and it's 52 minutes 22 seconds and it's less than 100,000.
Yeah.
And it's got 20 levels. It's I think a 17-day lab at with my current speed. It's not extremely difficult and it has a slider. So you can turn it
Yes.
down.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't done it because that's going to be one of the ways that I deal with fleets. Where I saw that infographic from Varsity. Varsity for his really cool infographics.
Which one was that? I'll put it up on the screen. I could put it up on the screen basically later on
Yeah,
if you
so
know which one it's called.
while I find it really quick, scroll to wherever it is. Wave size is one of the few ways that EHP has to deal with counters, and it's another way to potentially for anyone deal with the specific fleets that are the charge for class.
Is it the shockwave size and fleet hit range ratios? Is it that?
Yes, it's that one.
Okay, cool. I will go ahead and I'll put that up on the screen right now for everyone to see. If you want, you can go ahead and reference this. This is from the Tower Sanctuary Discord, which is the Discord where the EHP players reside. Shout out to Varsetti for this. I hope I said it right. Oops, if I did not, I'm sorry in advance. But
And I'm sorry
yeah,
if Varsity is the wrong one.
that's okay. Okay, wall health. I mean, that should be maxed out. That's a gimme. It's such a quick lab. Might as well just
The only reason that it's not maxed is because of some of the ultimate weapon labs that I was.
right.
It's
Yeah.
going back. It's going back in after my next level of wall thorn finishes because I need 15, specifically
Okay.
15 to hit the break point that I. And
Okay.
then wall health goes back in until max.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be honest. I don't know 100% the breakpoints for the thorn. I know there's a chart that shows the thorns and how many hits to kill the bosses and all with fortitude, and I haven't seen that in a while, so I'm not 100% familiar with it. But I guess if that's the breakpoint, that's totally fine. Your regen looks good. Yeah, your thorns and regen looks good. I'm guessing you probably want to get those as high as you can, as long as you have the lab room for it. That's fine. Same thing with Wall Fort. I think Wall Fort is the absolute goat for health, and I think that Wall Fort should be pushed as much as you could afford. In my opinion, I love it. I think it's really good.
Yeah. When I need health, the reason that. Oh, that went way. I normally play on an iPad, so it doesn't scroll like this.
That's okay.
The reason those are so low is because these are so high. So, like,
Yeah.
wall regen at 16 going to 17, and I push it to 20. I'm going to push that to 20 because I'm EHP and I really need the wall health multipliers with sharp fortitude. I'm going to spend the same amount of time doing the 6 or 7 regular regen labs I can get done in that time frame. I want that permanent boost first so that when the smaller boosts go in, they add up more. That's a playstyle preference, not something that I always recommend. You have the way I used to talk to people about it is you have the option if you can do 7 labs that give you the same type of benefit in total in less time than it takes you to do that one. You do the 7 one level. high level, it's like Wool regen first, so that's where I'm going. And then Wool Thorns, once it hits 15, is coming out for a while because it's going to be too long between breakpoints. So Wool Ford is going to go back.
Yeah. Warthorns is such a long lab. It gets really long.
Long lab. When you hit the breakpoint and bosses go down one faster, or certain elites go down one faster, taking out regeneration of scatter, one Thorns hit faster can be the difference. 200 waves in champion, possibly even 50 to 100 waves in legend if you're low end EHP trying to push into legend.
Oh, okay.
And someone who knows even
Nice.
more about EHP and legends will say something about that and correct me in the comments.
Uh-oh. Is Bonsai watching? Nah, I'm kidding. All right. Let's see. What else do we
Master
have?
wants to correct my errors. I am happy with it.
All right. What else do we have underneath after the defense and all? Let's see. Let's okay, utility. Coins killed definitely for econ eventually. That's a good econ lab to do. Recovery package chance. Okay. I did I don't know what a module you're running the farm with, but if you're not running G-Comp, then that makes sense, I guess, if it's only level 13. Now, when you get RPC Mastery, obviously, you're going to want to finish this lab, but at some point. But I guess that's fine for now.
I have about 1 month until I plan to put this into max, because about a month from now is when I will most likely be able to afford RPC Mastery.
Yeah.
I'm taking March entirely off if I can help it. RPC Mastery's got to wait. They'll need other things that stones on first so that I can afford RPC Mastery labs. I'm farming with a Mythic Plus BHD, and I am 1 BHD away from it. Because I didn't get a G-Comp for the first 6 months, I have barely cared about recovery packages since I unlocked the wall. Only did these 14 labs about 2 months ago when I started getting G so that I could have PDH on tournament.
Okay. How long did you say until you got a G-Comp, you said? Was it 6 months, you said, or something?
It was a little over 6 months, but 6 months for the ease of saying it, yeah.
Oof. I think it took me, honestly, it took me 11 months to get my first G-Comp. And I just got it the 5-star... No. I just got it the 5-star a few weeks ago.
Is there a super secret channel on a certain server about 5-star G-Comps that people haven't gotten? Or did I hear a rumor that didn't exist?
There is one in the JPlays Discord. I can't find the chat anymore. I'm actually in there, but I think it's hidden. I don't know. I gotta look for it, but yeah, that's for another time. But enemy attack level skip, another good one that should get maxed out eventually. That's a really, especially for you, that'll be really good to max out. But
yeah,
I'm guessing you already know that.
Before I put reroll shards in after Shatter Shards 3, because I'm going to have to save for Shatter Shards 4, I'm going to put this in until completion. I do want to get through Shatter Shards levels 2 and 3 before I put it in, because yes, it is a big and important benefit, but right now their things are giving me more benefits that I need to have long term, like for example Shatter Shards, like daily mission that just finished. So it's the trade-off of, yeah, I'm going to get it done. Surely. To be fair, I'm probably going to get health level skips done eventually, because at the end of the day, all towers wind up hybrid, or at least that's the lie I keep telling myself for why I have decently developed chain lightning.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said chain lightning. You got my attention. Nah, I'm kidding. But yes, it will have to get done eventually.
You see my shock labs. You see my shock labs.
That's okay. I see a chrono field duration level 28. Very nice. Okay, so you're almost done that. Okay.
that is the lab that I paused to put the flamebot cooldown in because I have permachrono field, current level
Okay.
with a substat. I am not spending the last 3 stone clicks that I need for the last 5 for true PCF with substat. So finishing these 2 levels until I plan on spending
That's
because it's
fine.
not negatively affecting me. It won't give me PCF without stat. Eh, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I really only even did this lab because it was I think 22 gem rush for me, so that it added to my gem rush efficiency.
Yes. Yep. Makes sense. What else? I think missiles despawn time is another quick lab. I don't remember 100%. Oh, you know what? I have it in front of me. Yeah. Missiles despawn time and landmine damage are around the same amount of time to finish. Missiles despawn, it takes a little bit more time, generally, to max out, but they're both pretty quick.
If I need more efficiency, I'll have to consider that then. To be fair,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to touch this specifically because I don't like smart missiles, like at all. So the only reason that I even did missile explosion was because it was a one level lab. So this I probably won't touch unless they do something to buff smart missiles, or I go off the deep end and decide that I'm going to make a cover for the tower for the sake of a beam.
Okay. So, real quick, in terms of the fastest labs, let's see. At 4x speed with no lab speed, I mean with no like with no like gold box labs, these are the fastest labs that you could gold box real fast. You have more round stats, card presets, extra reroll the daily mission, light speed shot. Well, these you probably already have, but then things such as let's see, common drop chance, wall invincibility, orb speed. Uh, yeah, second wind blast, target priority, but those are already done probably. Perk option, quantity. Damn. I don't.
Yeah.
I was looking at this, but then again, I'm looking at it with no lab speed at all. So, yeah, never mind. Oh man.
Yeah,
But
I remember seeing a
never
lab
mind
speed
that.
calculator somewhere. I think it was in Rend, but I haven't
Yeah.
updated my Rend in months, so I have to take a look and see if I can actually do that and see if it does have. But yeah, no, if it's fast enough and I get the slot, I'll definitely.
Yeah. Other options would be max interest and yeah.
Well, but then I can't have the
Landmine
meme
damage.
tower of having
Oh,
max
you know what
interest
else is a
like so many
fast?
cool people.
You know what else is a quick lab? The Swamp Ren additional enemies is another quick lab as well.
And in that, because we're gonna get down to that in half a second.
Yep. So yeah, keep going. Scroll down. Swamp lab. Yeah. So the radius and all. Yeah, I probably wouldn't put too much into that. Because it's just. I mean.
Here, because it was as big as I needed it to be.
Yeah. I
In
mean.
between every level. This is where I need it to be for the size of my current range. So that's where it's going to stay until I really need it to be able to buff out.
Yeah, and that's fine until you really have to increase the size of it, but that's fine. Same thing for the stun labs. That's fine for now. That's pretty solid.
6 clicks off a perk. So I started these because I was not going to rush to GT Plus. I was going to rush to one from a swamp. And then financial stuff happened that made it so that I could buy some. And I changed my mind. So I stopped
Okay.
well ahead of actually getting to on a permaswamp because that's just the thing that I want, even if it's not the most optimal thing for my tower. So it's not too far in the distant future, 2 maybe 3 months at most. And then these
Yeah.
will get through.
Hmm. GT
This guy,
bonus.
it's
Uh,
because I got it so late.
yeah,
I
GT
got it so
bonus. It's a very
by
long
the
lab,
time.
but it's definitely worth maxing at some point because it's pretty good econ. But yeah,
Yeah.
since you already
What I
have
want to
a
do
GT
is get it
plus, yeah.
to. Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry. What I want to do is I want to get to 20 soon as I have an open econ, which when Deathwave sells, plan is to put back in points per kill unless I see another econ lab. Points per kill will only come out for master for econ masteries when I get there, or for this when coins per kill gets to specifically what I math that I did a couple months ago for exactly when I want per kill to do other econ.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of level 20 because the last 5 levels of GT bonus are super long, and
I think three
it's a
months unsped up. Yeah, it's
three
crazy.
months. Oh my god, yeah. Whew. Oh boy. I forgot what I was going to say about that. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah. What I was going to say was those. I remember last year when I was doing econ, I was the type to do everything at the same time. So I was doing all econ in the lab and then all of the ultimate weapon stuff. But I'm not saying for others to do that. I just thought it was best for me to do that because I wanted to get everything out the way as soon as I could, and so that's why like I did all the perk stuff at once, all the ultimate weapon labs like GT bonus and duration, and because believe it or not, I didn't know any better, and after a year, my black hole and spotlight coin bonus were like level 15, and I got roasted for that, so I had to fix that immediately, because that's just
I
like
just finished Spotlight coin bonus a week and a half ago.
it's a really
And
good lab. It's a very good
yeah,
lab.
this layout was never like this. Speed, and even with the amount of time that I've gone and the fact that I think rushed 15 levels over the last 9 months because I'm a silly person, that should be in the 80s right now. I've taken it out that because I was like, no, I have something else that I want to do that's more important than this right now. And
So
I
I
do not
think
recommend that. It's
that's okay sometimes. I think there's a couple exceptions where it's okay to take out the lab speed. Like if you're just getting your wall set up or something like that, I guess it's okay. But yeah,
Mhm.
put it back in. I took it out for like 7 months. I kind of wish I didn't do that, but whatever. It is what it is. Here we are now. But it's
Yeah,
definitely great to finish early.
I think I'm at 2.5 months of the 7 or 8 months that I played with it. And then for most of the rest of the time, this has either been these other four labs have either been like 3 econ or 3 EHP or something like that. It's only been within the last 2 or 3 months because I kept getting roasted by members of the community. And, I literally invited it and said, yes, this is something that I want to hear. I decided to change it because they made excellent. I just asked them to be very funny while they did it, and they obliged.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm a roast fan. I'm a roast fan.
Okay. Wait, so lab speed, I see you have your lab speed at the bottom. Is that so that you don't have to look at it, I guess, or
It's so that
No, I'm
if
kidding.
I see that it's there, I'm more likely to take it out because I'm like, well, I don't need this right this second
Yeah,
because that's just part of my personality. I'll look at wall thorns and say, no, I want that lab to finish. I'll look at Deathwave cells and go, oh, I want that lab to finish. I'll look at shatter shards and go,
absolutely.
I'm not taking that out unless I need to take an 80 trillion coin loan for a tournament. But if I see lab speed, I'm going to be like, eh, and rush the level and then take it out for something.
You know, it's funny. I used to
That's
do
where
that
all
all
those
the
level
time.
rushes have come from.
I've done that so many times in the past when I was early in Legends League. I know me and I know my buddy JP99778 did this all the time where we would take out all of our expensive labs and respec and put them into like workshop for the tournament, just so we could go like all in. I've done that so many times, so that
Yeah.
I,
Only
I
I'm doing it
understand
the
that.
less
Yeah.
smart way. I'm doing it the less smart way because I don't respec out of it to put the lab back, and I just wait until I make it again, as we saw earlier.
But I'm guessing, yeah, but it doesn't take that long to make it back, it seems. So that should be fine, I
Not at
guess.
6.7 T per hour.
Uh,
This is what I meant when I said I
yeah.
had a decently developed chain lightning. On the
Okay.
lab side, those plus
Okay.
too far.
Deathwave coin bonus is maxed. Deathwave health is only 16. I'm probably biased here, but I love this lab for Deathwave. I think Deathwave health it's literally 25% free health every level. I think it's really good for health.
It is, and it's great for farm.
Yes.
But because of the way that my tower progressed and the fact that I do not have a substat for it, I do not max out wave health in champions tournaments at 7. So I haven't seen the need to increase it because it will it extend my farm runs? Yes, a little bit, but I'm dying in farm runs from chip, not from. Yes,
right.
it's the Gen 4 scatters, but the Gen 4 scatters are hitting me multiple times before I go down. It's not the Gen 4 scatters all spawn and I immediately drop. So I still need more regen, not more health. When I need more health on farm, yeah, I'm going to jump that back in. When I get another cup of quantity or I get quantity substat, yes, I'm going to drop that back in. Until then, it's like, I do it, but I'm not going to get the benefit that I most need out of it, and I can get the other progression elsewhere. Gotten where it is.
Okay.
That's into champion.
Okay. Shot chance, probably level 15 at some point. Multi's maxed, that's good. ILM, radius and rotation speeds, okay. Chronofield range, I like a higher range. I'm not sure.
Specifically not max.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would go about that for EHP. Whether you would go the maximum or stop at like 10 or 15. I'm not sure how far you guys will want to push that.
I've recommended people where they don't want their enemies to spawn further out, which is why I stopped it. An extra 21 feet, so if I spawn at min range, which I was doing myself, almost double my tower's effective range with chrono field, so that things that are getting bounced like ranged ultimate or fast ultimate are not coming back in and dragging the bullets of knockback away from something else, or dragging the chain lightning initial procs if I'm using DC away from something else. But at higher range, I don't want to max this out and then add 30% additional spawn radius and give ultimate more things to tag onto over time, or be able to make it harder for my other crowd control methods to do something. So I'm holding it this right now specifically because I like it at meters. And if I think I need more of it, I'm going to go one level at a time and test it with a full farm run before I even start the next level to make sure that it works. Or if I go full hybrid to Glasskine and transition, I'll start because I just know I need it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, obviously, there's much better stuff to do in the lab for the time being. So, yeah, that's fine. Missile
Those I
Amp.
probably should do more.
At some point, yeah, just not yet. Missile Amp and Missile Barrage, the quantity, I don't see the point for Missile Amp at the moment. The only time
one level so that I'd have it.
Yeah, the only time I see Missile Amp really being useful is when you farm is if you're doing like
Mhm.
orbless with spotlight missiles, probably. But besides that, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think that smart missiles are very good in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not sure how that where that would
I'm
reside. But
still
yeah,
hoping. I'm still hoping that they put a core out for it sometime in version 28. Spartan is just for having.
I will laugh
Yes,
so hard
because
when they come out with a core mod
it
and
would
it's
be
something like smart
it would
missile
be
fires
so
one additional
awesome.
missile or something like that. I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah, but it would be so awesome if they actually somehow made it win, because I would just love to see him place first in tournament because of it. It would be so cool to watch because people are going to be salty, and I'll just be like, nah, I believed in him.
Maybe. I guess
Where,
we'll see one day. Who knows? I mean,
yeah, barrage quantity I did so that I can do the smart missiles mission when it
yeah,
comes up for events.
I I figured, yeah, that's got to be one of the most annoying missions. What I mean is, for those of you watching, there's a mission where you have to hit like a certain enemy with like a certain amount of like smart missiles. I hate that mission so much. Oh, so annoying.
Specifically, the top end of the mission is same enemy, 25 missiles.
Yeah, and one of the best ways to do that mission is to use missile barrage on a boss if you can get all the missiles to hit it. Generally, it's probably the easiest way to do that mission.
Yeah, very lucky intro sprint a couple of tiers from your max so that your bullets still push everything out of range. And if you time it right at like 1x speed, all of the missiles will hit the boss. The only way I've done it so
Oh wow. Oh, you
yeah.
learn something new every day. Nice.
To be fair,
Hmm.
it worked once. Because we've
Oh,
only had the mission once since I got smart missiles.
whoops. Uh,
Yeah.
let's see. Yep. The coin bonus labs. Black hole disable ranged enemies. Good. I like that. Spotlight missiles. That's fine. Yeah. So there it is. So, yeah. Recharge missile barrage. Whatever. I mean, it's a sort of quick lab to finish for the gem rush efficiency, but it's missile barrage. It's not really that good if I'm being honest. And then yeah, the
Yeah,
swamp
it
ran
takes too much
additional.
investment.
Swamp ran additional. That is a quick lab to gold box to get your efficiency up for sure at some point.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
once the stun labs are maxed, that's going to probably be the ultimate weapon lab that replaces those when they're done.
okay. Chain Thunder. Chain Thunder is going to be really good for you, especially if you decide to get Smite at some point in the future. Chain Thunder is going to be very good for you. It's a long lab to max out, but it's definitely good for EHP when you get Smite. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
have it at level 4 so that if I can unlock my and get it immediately to level 2, I have just a little bit more Chain Thunder in what Mike can actually grant. Remember Bonsai's calculation correctly, it's smite level times 1.66 is the lab level that you need Chain Thunder to be to get the maximum effect.
I'm sorry.
So
You
since that's
said you said Smite level times 1.66 for the Chain Thunder lab level?
correct. So if you have smite level 6, what times 1.66 you would need Chain Thunder level, I believe the math on that is 9, either 8 or 9. And then
Okay.
you get the
Interesting.
maximum, yeah, because smite has a cap, so you get the maximum amount of damage reduction that you can get from smite when it procs enough time. So this is basically set up for Chain Thunder 2, for smite 2 or 3 when I get it there. Don't have to for until I'm gonna.
Okay. I just did the calculations for mine and it says here my Chain Thunder should be level 0 because I don't have Smite. Okay, that was a bad joke, but okay, that was a bad
See,
joke.
here's the
But yeah.
difference. I mean, it's a good joke, but it's also inaccurate because you're glass cannon.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Because
different.
you're
I
a glass
have
cannon, your chain lightning is actually capable of doing 6% of enemy health very quickly. Chain lightning is
yeah.
one of the primary ways that you kill things.
Yes, so I have been doing the lab for it, but I have noticed it's only at level 11 or 12 and it's getting pretty long, so I had to take it out for now, but I do want to get to like 50% eventually because yeah, later on in runs I still do 50 to 60% with chain. So yeah, I'm thinking about it, but
The bosses you're
some
talking about?
yes, but I think that's more so cuz I got energy net mastery too. But yeah, 60% ish is around what I do later on with chain lightning. Yeah. So
Yeah, so if you're doing
I
50%
think
to
about
bosses and you've got max energy net mastery, energy net mastery is what, 14x
it's 20x.
level 7? 20x at level 7?
Oh, at level
Then you're
7.
probably, or I'm sorry, what level do you have it at? It's 20 right now?
Oh, it's maxed. Yeah, it's max level.
So if it's at max level and it's 20%, you're doing 50% damage to with chain lightning. You're probably on average doing between 30 and 38% damage to non-basics, to every other non-fleet with chain lightning.
Okay.
Probably more to rate. So if you're doing 38% damage with chain lightning and chain thunder is damage reduction of 10% for every 6% lost, you're effectively getting a maximum reduction of 50%.
That's
You
not bad.
can get the benefit from it, but again, it takes probably probably 200 or 300 proc wave health.
Yeah.
So if you don't see a big benefit going forward, especially since your glass cannon, the damage reduction is not really doing much except against overcharges. If you're not seeing a difference against overcharges, hold off on continuing that lap.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely for sure.
Oh, sorry. I know this is supposed to be my tower
No, it's
review,
okay. It's
but
fine.
I have teacher brain, so I quit sometime.
That's
Guys,
okay. Let's what else you got for the labs? Let's see. Keep going down. Yeah, Death Wave. Uh I'm not a fan of armor stripping only because later on when you get extra if you're EHP though, it should be fine. But if you ever transition to GC, that could be an issue later on where the armor stripping it may hurt you where you might
mitigate my
kill
coin gains.
yeah, because you might kill
Yeah.
enemies too far out, basically affecting extra orb mastery later on. But I
Yeah,
think it should be
so
fine for now.
that's why it's only at level 1. It's at level 1 and
Yeah,
might go to a maximum of level 3 for tournament. Don't know that I even want to go that because of the extra orb mastery problem later, because ZHP, I use OA, armor isn't even really a big issue as a tournament. I
yeah.
didn't know that when I did level 1.
That's another thing too. When it comes to armor, I know armor sucks and all, especially in Legends and Tier 17 plus and all. But honestly, if you have decent attack speed with multi-shot and bounce shot and all that, that armor is not really a big deal. Like right now, I how should I say this? So right now, I currently I currently farm tier 18 and armor blocks the first 32 hits. You don't even notice it, honestly, when you have like all that multi-shot and bounce shot and all that, you don't even notice that armor really. It's yeah, like it's there, but it's not like, oh my god, I gotta hit so many times because after a while it's not that big of a deal, depending on your setup.
Yeah.
And one of the
I only
reasons why I
noticed it at
do
the
like
end
the
of my
attack
champ
speed.
runs.
But yeah,
Oh,
later
sorry.
on, yeah, obviously, yes. I will say though, yes, later on in runs, it starts to become an issue, yes. But yeah, But yeah, the lab, yeah, the armor stripping lab, yeah, it's just I don't know.
I'll
And then
take that
yeah,
off of my lab plan.
and then the damage amplifier, I think that's a waste of time. Definitely, I don't see the point. I think the reason for this lab is for Deathwave Plus, but in my opinion, I think Deathwave Plus is kind of useless after tier 12 because when you move up to higher tiers, your Deathwave wall is not going to stay up anyway. So I don't see the point in that lab, in my opinion. So that's fine. Leave
Yeah,
it
I
at
don't.
0.
Deathwave's gotten enough of a rework where I don't expect them to make it, any time work. Damage amp would need to be able to actually keep the wall up, and
Yeah, it would be great if it helped keep up the wall for like higher tiers, or I don't know, or if there was a way to just activate the Deathwave ring for like a second or two, because if I'm correct with Deathwave Plus, sometimes you could get a lucky Deathwave ring and that could like one shot a boss if you're lucky, you know. But it's just the timing, you know. So it's just not worth in my opinion. There's so many, and that's another thing with Ultimate Weapon Plus. You have to be very careful in your selection because that cost goes up just like with Ultimate Weapons, every time it goes up. And so if you pick a bad one, you're going to pay a lot more stones to get the next Ultimate Weapon Plus. So yeah, so
yeah.
there's that. Recharge Demon Mode, that's a good one for the mission and stuff. I don't know if it's really a rush for you though. Recharge Second Wind, yes, absolutely. That is a very good lab for you because of Second Wind Mastery. That's a very good lab eventually at some point. It's low key. I didn't know about this lab at first. Someone they showed it to me and I was like, like, is this good? And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? This is actually low key. This is pretty useful. It's pretty good. So yeah, I think it's a solid lab that you should eventually finish. It is a little bit longer than the other recharge labs, it looks like, because level 5's a week without boost. But, oh, sorry, level 6, I mean. And then there's one level after that. I think the last level is like 10 to 14 days, if I'm correct. I don't remember exactly.
So, yeah.
But it's really good, though.
This is a lab I'm going to finish the week before I get Second Wind Master.
Yes.
So I got it to this point so that I have the availability of a recharge that I will never be able to use. But I won't be able to really use the recharge without Second Wind Mastery anyway, from my experience with my tower. So I left the last 2 levels so that it's primed and ready, but I don't have to dedicate an extra week of time that stops some of the other potential. Which, by now you've noticed, is a bit of a theme.
Yeah.
Either I do stupid stuff that has no purpose, like doing all of my swamp stunt early, or I or I do stuff early so that it doesn't wind up hurting me later.
Well, doing the swamp stuff is okay. I'm not going to lie. When I first got Poison Swamp, I put a little bit investment in the labs. Just a little bit, but not a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's because it's going to have to get done eventually. And yeah. So you are saving time for later, basically. So that's fine. Let's see what else.
And these 3 will all get done later on.
Yeah, Super Tower.
That's actually going to affect me positively.
Super Tower bonus. I don't. Yeah, you don't have to do that anytime soon because that's for Super Tower Mastery. So that I probably wouldn't even do that at some point. And not only that, but it's a long lab too. It is a very long lab. Such a long lab. The Super Tower bonus. It took a while to finish that. Ugh. Oh man. But yeah. Yeah, and recharge nuke is good for the mission, and I guess you will need recharge nuke because your best friend, aka his name begins with a C and ends with an R, Commander, you know, definitely another way to get rid of them would be with nuke. So I guess
the Commander nuke.
Yeah. the get out of jail free card, you know. But yeah,
Hmm.
definitely that's going to have to get done at some point. Not sure when, but yeah, that's definitely. Uh, I will. Let me see.
I gotta figure out where I want to slot that in recharge demon mode. Mm. I haven't gotten that far in the lab.
The demon mode
Right
is
now,
another
it's
one.
getting 2 masteries.
The demon mode is another. Now, I don't fully approve of this, but it is in the game, and I'm pretty sure if you've seen, I'm guessing you've already seen this before. So, if you've ever seen like when Giga does his legend runs, he does this thing where if he has demon mode, he can if there's a commander on the screen. Now, I don't 100% approve of this because I probably will never do this. I don't know, because I feel that I probably would get some dirty looks if I did this. I don't know. But it's in the game. It's game mechanics apparently, but the thing where if there's like a commander on the screen for like X amount of waves, you could literally just go back to the home screen, go back in the run, and pop the demon mode, and then you're fine, and then the commander's gone, you know. But I
That
don't.
that will get patched out.
They
But
have to patch that, yeah, because that's just yeah, and
yeah,
yeah,
I don't believe that's an intentional interaction. If I thought it
yeah,
might be an intentional interaction, I would have already done Demon Road Recharge and bought an extra card slot for it.
yeah,
But unless they come out and say that it's an intentional interaction, I'm kind of assuming that it falls under the sooner or later they'll try to find a way to figure out who's doing this for TOS reasons, the way they do with certain other things that we don't talk because they're
yeah,
against TOS.
correct. All right, let's flip through the rest. Let's flip through the rest. Perk waves required. Fun fact: I recently discovered. Shout out to Swamp Fox for this, but it seems they changed the calculation on it, and now getting it to an even number is better than an odd number. So like 10, 12, 14. It looks like it's level 10, so that's fine. The next breakpoint will be level 12, where I believe the perk wave reduction, when you get all three of them, I think it takes off another like 30 like waves altogether, something like that. I forget, but yeah, the next
Yep.
breakpoint will be level 12. But I might push it to level 20 at some point, apparently, because at that point it's pretty decent. But then again, obviously, yeah, no more than that. But even number for that lab would be good, but level 10's fine for now. You have 5 bands.
22. 22 is my goal because
22,
of the
okay.
way that breakpoints for it work with perks for early, like short milestone.
Yes. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that's another reason why I want to do that lab more. It's currently,
I'm sorry,
oh my god, Windows.
24, not 22. 24
Oh,
is the
24.
number.
Oh
So
wow.
24, it because 24 is divisible by 4, so it's if you go from 20 to 24, it's an extra wave that comes off when you get perk wave requirement 1, which if you get perk wave requirement 2 on short milestone runs, makes it so that it pulls off additional 2 waves more than etc. The way that it stacks works for anything for milestone runs under, I think, 750, where you wind up getting 2 extra perks. You get to 20.
Yeah, I would
You get all
love
3
that.
perk rate requirements.
I would love that for when I do tier 21. Oh my god, that would be such a big help. 2 extra perks under like before wave 750. That would be nice. That would be huge.
Yeah, my
Oh man.
math may be off and it may be 1. I believe it is 2.
Even just 1 is fine, but yeah. Speaking of
Yeah.
perks, you have 5 bands. That's
Yes.
good. I think
Hmm.
5 is good up until tier 14. When you get to tier 14, you should have 6 at least because of perk RNG. Reason being is the runs are
Yeah.
a lot shorter, and every perk matters when the runs are only going to wave like 4K or less. So yeah, definitely
Yeah.
5 is good for now. If you have the time to do another
5 bands
band,
until.
oh sorry, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I only had 4 bands until Saturday. Just got banned.
Oh, you just
So
got the
going
5th.
in,
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, because I haven't been banning the range trade-off because I have permanent not farming where ranged ultimate is a problem. So between permanent black hole and black hole disable ranged, do I care about the range trade-off for getting in range? So I've
Uh,
been banning two commons for the last couple months.
yeah. If you have, yeah, I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that because I didn't have a permanent black hole for the longest time, and yeah, you could unban the range perk, like the trade-off, if you have a permanent black hole, because you finished, you did the disabled and yeah, you did the lab that
Hmm.
disables them when they're in the black hole. So that I could understand. Yeah, that's
Yep.
fine. Then you could just ban a common, like I don't know, like landmine damage or something like that, for example, which is fine.
Hmm.
Auto picks, maybe a couple more levels in the future, maybe like level 12 or 13 would be good,
I'll
probably,
just
just so you
apply
get
it for when I
everything.
go into 14. Because I want to have the option of having very specific EHP stuff
Hmm.
that's either at or just below the coin that I have the ability to move around while still getting the black hole perk, game speed, and regen trade offs early enough that it guarantees that I can't have my run end 1200. At least makes it much less likely. 9 isn't enough for it, but I'm still running into the like, where am I gonna slot that? My auto pick was 7 until 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Okay, so you got a couple levels into it. That's good. Let's see what else. Well, also, yes, I noticed that you gold box the trade-off perk and all that. That's good. Go back up real
Yeah.
fast. Did you
Oops,
finish
sorry.
the you finished the standard perk bonus, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, good, good, good. So all the good stuff is done right there.
Mhm.
Let's see. Goldbot cooldown. You're running, you said you were running a Mythic Plus BHD, so I could see why if you don't do that. The cooldown lab, that's fine because you don't want to break sync, I'm guessing. If I
Yeah,
had
I'm
to
at
guess.
120 natural sync.
Okay. The only way I could see you doing that is if you could get it to 60, but that's such a drastic change that you can't really do that overnight, so that's fine for now.
The plan is to do 2 levels when I go to 100.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even going to do a level if I go to 110 and then to 100. I'm just going to hold off entirely until I go to 100-second sync. And during that period, I'm probably going to spec bot entirely while I'm at 110 sync and go full flame bot so that I can farm higher than I really should be to make up the difference and
Okay.
hopefully be able to use that flame mods.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the of neglecting the goal, but I think the goal bot is so good for econ, but I guess yeah. I mean, if that's what you prefer, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone's got a
it's a
different
bad
setup.
move, but my brain is like, no, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Well, the argument nowadays is that econ is not as important, but I think that if you're not able to afford masteries yet, you definitely need econ still until then. But when you're able to comfortably afford 4 to 5 masteries at the same time, then you can kind of not pay attention to econ as much unless you want to, because then you could focus on other stuff like tournament stuff. But
Yeah,
that's
my
fine.
goal is to be able to afford one more mastery lab than I currently need so that I can actively be saving for the next. So for right now, Gold Boss got to stay in because I need that to be able to consider affording it. Um, Possibly 3, maybe 4 months down the line before I'm going to be dropping.
Okay. Let's see. Goldbot duration. Uh, I have a death wave question. I'll probably wait till we go over ultimate weapons to go over that in terms of the duration, but
Mhm.
that's fine for now. Level 6 is fine for now. That's another long lab. And then enemies.
Yeah.
Enemies, that's irrelevant. Those could be skipped. None of them are really
Yep.
like worth doing.
Unless you
Modules.
do a couple levels, unless you do a couple levels of fast speed or ranged enemy ranged, which
Oh yeah, that one is
I
good.
keep hearing a lot of discussion about value, but not at a point where I want to try and see if they're worth the value yet. Soon.
Ranged enemy range is a decent lab. The other ones, I did a little bit in the fast enemy speed, and I don't really notice a difference, honestly. It's,
Hmm.
it's
Oh, that's
yeah,
actually good to know. Okay.
it's not really. Yeah, it just seems very negligible at the moment. But I only put like, so I have my game in front of me, just to compare. I put 6 levels into fast enemy speed. It's only minus 2.4%. So it's a very
Not as much as
small
it was.
reduction. I think the maximum it goes up to level 30. So you think when I get it to level 10, what is that? What's that going to be like? Uh like 3% at level 10. So what, like 30% at max, I think. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe at
Maybe
max
it
it'll be
stacks
good,
well
but
with
I don't know.
chrono.
It
Maybe it helps with
could.
high chrono field.
It
I'm not
could. I
sure.
mean, it could, but I think honestly, if you want to really slow down enemies, Chrono Loop, yeah, Chrono feels the way, like Chrono Loop, because
Yeah.
Chrono Field Plus has that hidden slow, and especially at the higher levels, going from Chrono Loop 10 to 13 literally doubles the amount of time enemies take to reach the tower. I think it's like from 400 to 880 seconds. It's some ridiculous number. It's crazy.
It's a
And
massive number. Yeah.
so, because I've done a tournament stream with my friend Master Chief, who has a maxed out Chrono Loop, and it is insane. The enemies spin around really fast, and the extra slow. I think at that point you're at like 97% slow, and it just nothing gets to you at that point. The only things you really die to at that point are fleets or rays, basically, because nothing else is going to get to you. And the other argument to that is that you don't need energy net mastery anymore, because if your chrono loop is a high level, you're going to just orb down bosses anyway. But I still think that energy net is a good investment if you're GC. But yeah, that's a whole different story. But I digress. But yeah, yeah, reroll shards is a very good lab if you're. It is a very good mod lab for rerolls. Module shard cost, oh my god, yes, that is another very good one that's got to get done, especially for your mod levels. If you're on the way to 141, you got to get that done immediately. It's so good. Free shards because it's retroactive, of course.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Module coin cost, that's fine. I don't think you really got to do that lab until your mods are in like the 201 range, because unless you can't afford the upgrades of the modules, like the levels, but for the most part, you should be fine. But if you want to do those, you can. It is a quick lab. I will say this though. It is a quick lab according to my sheet. It only takes 11. Well, for me, it says 11 days at 6x speed. So it probably would take like 2 weeks, like a little over like
it's a
2
little over
weeks to max
2x.
out.
It's a little over 4, yeah. A little over 2 weeks at 4x, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so that's not too bad. But
I want to start doing it. I want to start doing at least some of the levels when I get to 161, but that's still a little while away because I don't have RPC mastery. It
yeah,
What I've been told is that the coins can be a hindrance for EHP towers that are going really far and have RPC mastery, but can't afford to leveling up their
yeah,
enhancements to just level up their modules.
yeah, that's fine. I guess that goes back to what I was saying before about how I get a better discount than than doing the coin discount. It's called make more coins, but yeah.
Yep.
I think if that's the case, then yeah, working on econ is definitely a better way to go about. But yeah, eventually it's going to have to get done because I think it is retroactive. So I guess it is worth doing at some point when you get to the higher levels of modules. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I definitely got to get it done sooner.
Mhm. Bands, I'll be honest with you, I've neglected my effect bands labs. I think I did one level in the core and that was it. I see here you did one level into armor and core. If any of them are giving you a hard time, then obviously you could put some levels in to that, or like a level or two into that, like one level in the core or one in the armor. But
Hmm.
I don't know when I'm going to find time to do those labs, but they are good though. If you're
Yeah.
it's just you look at the time and you're like 19 days. Ugh, it's just so long for like one band. So it's like I don't
This is the
know.
one that bothers me because 28 days
Yeah,
for the
28 days
most
for one
important
band.
EHP mod.
That's ridiculous. 28 days for one level. That's crazy. Wow.
Oh,
What else?
at least I got some of the best module stuff bottom.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, the rare drop chance is done, and the common drop chance. Those are both very good. Is there any other labs at the bottom there, or that was it? Those were the last ones on the
Now,
bottom.
the
Okay.
lab list ends with bands.
Okay. Cool. All
Yeah.
right. Let's flip over to the modules real quick. I want to see what you have. Ah, the shrink ray. You know, it's funny. I am. I used to think it was a meme, but now Shrink Ray is becoming more and more of a useful mod to farm with, and for EHP, it's a very good EHP module as well. So yes, I could see Shrink Ray being used. Uh, Prim C, obviously, Prim C is very good. How many stars is on your Prim C? Oh, it's just ancestral. Okay. Um,
This is the funny part of my primacy.
is this for tournament or is that for farm? That's for farm. Those substats, right?
Yes. So I don't
Okay.
have permanent black hole without these two.
Oh man,
EDH on farm without them.
this is
I don't have
roughy.
permanent chrono field anywhere without them.
This is
If
roughy.
I'm gonna have permanent chrono field, I gotta have it added 500 billion per hour to my farm.
The speed reduction did? Really?
I was surprised that wasn't going to be as big of an effect for EHP, but it added 1 trillion per hour and it added 250 waves to my person.
I will say this though, a higher range though as EHP is usually better. Like I think that 90 meters is ideal for farming as EHP. Well, 69.5 to 90 meters would be better.
98.9.
Oh, 98.
98.9, so that my workshop orbs are dead center because I
Okay.
do not want to use the range card. So I'm a little bit off center, but I use range card for it.
Okay. Okay, cool. This is tough because I don't see any farming substats besides the two for the black hole. And
Not.
and it's two of them.
It's
Oh man.
it's 3. It's the real headache is it's 3. Because hypothetically, I could be one click away from also having permanent swamp if I didn't need all of these to get it done.
Yeah.
But this also saves me, I think, 1,300 stone.
Yeah,
I think it's 1,300 stones total.
it just sucks because you could have some good econ stuff on there, but because you have two chrono field things on there, and oh man, that's tough.
Two black hole.
Yeah. What other core
the-
modules do you have? I'm just curious.
So for
Okay.
cores, the only thing that's not mythic or better is my harmony conductor.
Okay. MVN is mythic. Nah. Chip is ancestral, aka Spartan's favorite module, of course.
Fun
Okay.
fact, that was my first ancestral core.
Really? Chip was.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't
I
remember
thought it
my
was going to
first.
be the mag hook because I
The mag
think
hook.
I'm pretty sure I'm one mag hook. Or no, I am two. Been two mag hooks off of Ancestral for 7 months. It's been forever. And then
Funny enough, I use it now.
just
Yeah.
pulled my sixth one of these last night.
6 dim
Hook
core?
is great.
Okay.
Yeah, pulled sixth dim core, so I got that guy over. But
Okay.
can't get a fifth harmony conductor. One prim C off of 1 star. I
Damn.
did recently try running this with G-Comp to see if I had any chance whatsoever or econ with it, and it was 2.7 billion per hour less because I'm using Mythic Plus BHD.
Yeah.
One off set.
Okay.
Like I literally just left this package chance here for RPC mastery when it comes.
Yeah, your BHD looks good. That's fine. Coins per kill, enemy attacks. Yeah, that's perfect for now. What's on your
Yeah.
what's on your other two? Like what's on your sharp fortitude?
So the shrink ray is the easy one because I'm literally only running the shrink ray for the very tiny little effect it can have. Because getting that extra mass is extra knockback, which is what extra crowd can. I
Yeah.
am making more with this than Astral Deliverance because my AD is only legendary
Yeah.
and one off.
Yeah, I like the shrink ray. I would say though, I would like to see you might be able to get some useful substats to help out, such as maybe multi-shot targets and attack speed's good. I'm thinking like multi-shot targets and maybe yeah, multi-shot chance definitely. I don't know if bounce shot would be good though. I'm probably not,
So
but
I want what I would like to roll on it,
or maybe
which
bounce
my
shot
reroll shards
targets. I
need to
don't
go
know.
elsewhere first. Yeah, what I want to
Okay.
roll on it, which my reroll shards have to go elsewhere first, sadly,
Mhm.
is Mythic attack speed, Mythic bounce shot targets, and Mythic multi shot targets.
Yes,
I
that would
really
be
don't care
ideal.
what the fourth substat is because that's just extra knockback for crowd control.
Yeah.
But it's less important at the moment than trying to get this rolled right.
Okay. Uh Shockwave frequency, I'm not sure how I feel about that on sharp fortitude. Maybe knockback force instead, or orb speed would be good. I think. I'm not
Those are what
sure.
I've been going for.
Yeah.
I'm about 1.1 million reroll shards into this sharp fortitude.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it took me 800,000 to get health regen on because that came up really quick. Health regen, 800,000 reroll shards. And I've literally just been looking for any good fourth subs. That happened to be the last thing that came up in my last reroll, and it was better than the common defense absolute substat.
Okay. Hmm. I guess that's fine for now.
Two
And
of
then
those, yeah, I'm two of those off ancestral. I wish I had.
very nice.
This
Ancestral
is
ACP. Orbital augment.
2-star ACB.
Wait a second. Have you tried to farm with the orbital augment? The 2-star?
I lose about 600 waves and therefore effectively 0.6 T per hour.
Oh man. Damn. That's
Yeah,
rough. Yeah.
it's just a little bit not perfect for tier 12.
Okay.
I go further on tier 14 trying to do milestones than I do with the sharp fortitude. I go further in pretty much every milestone tournament with this 2-star O than I do with the Mythic SF. Right now, in most battle conditions, it's about 150 wave difference in favor of OA in champion. So, I mean, I basically run with this most of the time when I'm not flying. And this is just sitting here for when I get armor mod and can put this guy in. Secondary
Space
for additional
displacer.
crowd control.
Okay.
As
Okay.
part of my brain says, I want to go charge mines.
ILM plus, huh? You're thinking about it.
And I don't death defy the Bonzo.
Oh no. The death defy
This
man
is
himself.
yeah.
Oh man.
This is the funny thing. This was my first ancestral module.
1-star ACP. Okay.
And
Interesting.
I'm EHP.
Yeah, because then it's like, what am I going to do with it?
Ancestral. This was my second ancestral. Same day.
Yeah, negative
Core
mass
banner.
projector now is like, nah, it's meh now. It gets
Yeah.
outclassed by other things now.
The core banner seems like it was just an armor banner. I got 6 negative mass projectors, 4 ACPs. May have pulled a lot on the core because I was trying to get this to answer.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Those banners, how did you like those banners? Did you like any of them or nah?
So I would have liked the banners better if it had any 5-star modules in it.
Oh my
Because I
god,
feel like
yeah.
they were designed for people who had 5 modules and wanted to try and get second dim cores. But that was the only way that the devs would be willing to do it, which, I mean, it's your guys' game, but I'm not criticizing it. It didn't work that way for the rest of us. I mean,
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Cool.
far too many people have this at Ancestral and don't have any use for it. And now some people have 2 of them, and that sucks. Nobody should need to have 2 of them if they don't want to have them. I dislike the way that they ran that for everyone else. I think they should have had an option of we're going to make everything even, or the stuff that you already have 5-star stays at a lower rate.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's
thinking. And everyone, I think everyone for the most part agreed with that. I think there might have been a small minority that disagreed and said, "Oh, well, it worked just how it should," but it is what it is.
I also feel like the individual category that it was should have been higher, because what was it? They were all, I think, was it 6.5 or 8% each in category?
Yes.
I still think that because of how many other mods there were, because there's 6 mods in each category. With 4 categories, 24 different potential mods to pull from. With 60%, you still have enough spots for RNG to be a problem. And if it was 8% each, that's 48%. So it was really less than a 50% chance. Let's say it was an even 50% chance to get that, the same way it allegedly is for the other banners. That still doesn't make sense because 50% works for getting one thing more than everything else. Not when you then split that 50% up. It's 65%. 6 ways. I think that would have been more fair, and it possibly would have incited more people to buy Gem.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll come back with it later on.
I hope
Let's
so.
see. Yeah, so other than that, I think your mods are good.
Getting close to the 141. I'm very.
So yeah, after looking at
really
this
needs to-
now, this tells me that mod shard course lab is looking even more appealing now. Yeah,
It really is.
it's looking really good
really
now.
is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
Extra
may,
substats.
if I don't have the coins immediately available to do Shatter Shard 3 when this finishes, I'm putting that back in. And
Yeah.
then lab speed being invisible on the bottom is not going to.
Yeah,
Again,
that's fine.
I don't recommend if you're a newer player watching this. If you can afford to and you're willing to do it, run lap speed for as much time as possible when you're not doing the wall. But
Correct.
do it all the time. Ooh, gems.
Yeah, collect your gems. Okay. That should sum up the
I'll do that one later.
labs. Let's do ultimate weapons now. Let's see how they're looking real quick. Okay, chain lightning looks decent. Quantity 4.
Yeah.
Chance 15 and a half. Maybe chance to 20%. Quantity's fine. Damage is fine.
Chance to 20% when I go for smite. If I do it before then, I very likely will wind up overinvesting into damage and become a true hybrid, and then I'll probably
because
be
it's fun.
stuck going the other way.
It's addicting,
'Cause,
yeah.
like, yeah, like there's aspects of EHP over glass for econ, and where my current LTC is, I don't want to make. I probably will change my mind at some point, but at the moment, I know if I invest in this any further, I wind up having to turn this back off because I've tried it with substats before to test, because that was the easiest way to do it before I had PCF. I tested adding substat. So I held off on the click to 17% because I didn't want to have to turn chain lightning off because I'm lazy.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Smart missiles, nice. Okay. Death wave. I've noticed in the past a lot of the players that have been playing for a long time, their death wave damage is pretty high, because I know before they reworked death wave, it worked a little differently, and you kind of needed the damage for it to run Devo at the time. But now I don't think the damage is as important, so yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Quantity.
So this damage is here because it helped get me out of platinum into champs first
Okay.
time, because it got me the death wave help. The quantity, I want that substat, but I want to pay that. I mean, I want this quantity ad, but I don't want
Okay. Now about that with the
to.
death wave quantity, what was your gold bot duration?
2 minutes. Oh, sorry. Gold bot duration. Lab is plus 3 seconds. My current duration should be 24.
Okay. You have 24-second gold bot, correct? Oh, 23.
23-second gold bot.
Okay. How many death
Because
waves?
this guy's a little too heavy.
Okay. When you in your farming runs, how many death waves do you get total? Like 4, or is it 3, or is it 4?
4.
4 with perk. Okay.
Which puts me having gold bot up without a death wave effect wave hitting something that could die in the gold bot for 8 seconds.
Okay. Yep. So
or 7 seconds.
Eventually getting the death wave quant one more click would be good, because then that would be 20 seconds of uptime with perk, and then your gold bot's 23. That's perfect overlap, sort of. That's pretty good for coins if you wanted econ, of course. And then for cells too, obviously that's good as well.
What I'm thinking as an alternative, because I agree, I want the. I'm thinking instead of spending $850 here, and it here, because this should be, I believe, 688 to take 2 seconds off and put an ancestral substat to remove one of the substats.
Yes.
Both ancestrals are 4 seconds. Get either one.
Yeah, so get it to 30. Yeah, so get it to 34 without those substats. Yeah, and then the ancestral bring it to 38, and then
Yeah, and then either GT duration or death wave quantity to replace.
I would say death wave quant, and death wave quant and GT duration. I also like spotlight angle too, but Uh, GT
Why?
duration's a must-have.
Look, why the main reason that I want to prioritize GT duration and Deathwave Quant is Deathwave Quant for Deathwave Health and for the Coin Bone.
Yes.
GT duration because GT plus.
Yep. GT plus.
Mhm.
Yep. And GT plus is yep. The higher you go, it's exponential. So yeah, definitely more duration, the better. Uh, there was a chart somewhere I have about that where yeah, it's it's pretty much yeah, it's like an exponential
Yeah.
curve basically later on.
Give me
The
a second.
gains. Um,
I'll
I'll
send it to
probably.
you after because
Mhm.
it's on another device that I don't have. Forward it to you if you want to leave
Mhm.
space to put it in, or if you want to leave it in the description or whatever.
Sure, that's fine. Uh, let's see what else we have here. Chrono field looks good. You said you have a permanent chrono field. Speed reduction is good. Yeah, 66%. Yeah, I've said this before where you shouldn't go too far on speed reduction if you don't have a permanent chrono field, but since you have perma, that's fine due to shotguns, so that's fine.
Mhm.
Inner landmines is good. Damage is
Yeah,
a little
this is the
high,
Legends
but it's
timing,
fine.
right?
Yes. Damage. I see you did a couple clicks into damage for inner landmines. Was that just
That was Noob Trap.
okay? That's fine.
Yeah. That's not going to get touched again unless I do decide to go in by footsteps and go inner landmine plus as a primary source.
Mhm. It's interesting. I
Because
was
then,
talking to Bonzo earlier today about this, and he wants to go really hard on ILM plus. And I don't know what level he's going to like take it to, but I have a feeling he's going to push it to a very high level. But I can't. I'm just guessing. Obviously, I can't verify that for sure.
I mean, I
Yeah.
can't blame him. When I look into the combination of Chrono, it's one of the only potential, like, actually designed this way on purpose ways in the game to get as close to infinite damage as the game will allow you.
Hmm.
Because of the way that Chrono Jump works, it becomes multiplier on top of multiplier the same way your coins do.
Right.
So hypothetically, if you multiply 7 times 7 enough, you're going to get a 77 digit number.
Oh yeah.
Because every Chrono Jump, every mine that hits, procs Chrono Jump an additional number. So it's that many additional charges that get counted for the next mine. So first mine is your whatever counters it is. Say it's the next one is going to be an additional 10 counters from the first mine, 5 from Chrono Jump. Next one is going to be an additional 15 counters, and it just keeps stacking either that way directly, because my understanding of it is not great, but it's either it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 all the way through, or it's 5, 10, 50, 250, and somebody who has actually done this will need to tell you about it. I think Big Mike is an interlink.
Really? Okay. I'll have to ask him then. I guess.
It might, I think it's Big Mike. I know there's a Mike on server, and I think your server that's an inner.
Uh, I'd have to check. Mike. I'll have to check. I guess later. Anyways, I guess
That's
moving. Oh, sorry. What were you
moving
saying?
on to the fun econ.
Oh yeah, the fun econ. Golden Tower. You have really good duration for your GT plus level. You could definitely go straight to level 5 with that duration. You're basically good to go up to level 5 with it. So if you are
Yeah,
considering
with
econ, you could go to level 4 or 5.
yeah, with the chart that I've got, if I were to put an ancestral duration substat on, I could go to 9, the effective duration necessary.
You're
Because
right.
effective
Yeah, I'm
duration
looking at
by
that same
complete,
chart, I think. I think
yeah,
I'm looking at the same chart.
that's the there's two versions of it. And I think you must be looking at the one I'm talking about because it says at the top something about calculate for max duration lab and ancestral substat.
Yeah, it's by
Pretty sure with ancestral it
Patrizel.
goes to
Hmm.
yes,
Yes.
yes. The
Yes.
Patrizel for a very awesome chart.
I'll real quick for the people viewing, I'll put this chart up on the screen real fast if you guys want to pause the video and take a look at it real quick. I'll just put it up here just so that, just as a reference. It might be difficult to read because there's a lot of small writing on it, but I'm sorry. But yeah, let's put up for a second. Okay, but anyways, yeah, but yeah, if you do get the substat, yeah, you could definitely go straight to that level, and that would be huge gains. Definitely.
Right now, I need to do one more click, definitely, because under underutilizing it pretty severely. Underutilizing my bonus between the level. I keep getting told I should click this until it cleared, but wouldn't
So
have ultimate weapon plus if I did that.
I'm not gonna lie, I over clicked on bonus my first year of playing this game because I thought that was the move. So my next click for GT bonus is like 950, or yeah, it's like 900 stones basically. So yeah, I'm not touching that for a while. Not for a long time. Probably never.
This is the next. This is the next real plan after I get another GT plus level. Is dropping that to 150, dropping Deathwave to 150, and eventually dropping them both to 140. I think that's going to take 2 or 3 months based on when I'm going to be able to buy stone packs.
Yeah.
What I'm planning on being able to place in porn. So that's why I'm planning on 2 months from now doing the full respec, because I think it'll work then, where it could be useful to do the labs while I do the other stuff, and then I can just set up my spot correct for 100 seconds.
I definitely think the cooldowns would be a really good coin gain. Definitely minus 20 seconds on both would be huge, especially if you have BHD. Yeah, that is a very large difference in uptime. So yeah, I think I do see the cost though, because you got 644. I know the last click is like 8 something for GT, and then for Deathwave, it's a little less. It's 346, but then I'm pretty sure the next click is like 400 stones. I think I forget.
I believe it's 405, but I'm also
405.
not looking. I think it's
Okay.
405, so it's just over 750, 760 if I'm underestimating for Deathwave. 1400 for Golden.
Okay.
Drop one without the other, so it's going to be a long.
Okay. Other than that, Poison Swamp is I guess that's fine for now.
Overinvested.
I guess, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, the damage is pretty high, but that's fine. It looks like it was cheap. Black Hole looks
The damage
fine.
is one click.
Oh, that was
That's
one?
only one click.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of
I
something
don't think
else.
I did a second. I don't think I did a second click in it. It's at most 2. I know I didn't do more than 2, but again, like I said, I wanted Swamp to be a thing that I have, so
Yeah.
Brain said
That's fine.
click it. Click it, it's 8 stones.
Yeah, it was cheap, so yeah.
That's why Smart Missiles has 1 click each too.
Black
This
Hole
I can't
is
touch for a
fine.
while.
That's fine,
Yeah,
honestly. You're running Prim C, so
100 meters, I have 100% cover.
how do I
Yes,
say this
over
without
that.
without being like demonetized? But I guess because you're running Prim C, when it comes to Black Hole, I guess the size doesn't really matter. So
Hear it.
it's fine. 52 meters
Here's
is
the
fine.
version you wanted to say out loud. That's good. That's good.
But Yeah, there's that. That's fine for now. And then eventually, if you ever do a lower range, you're covered, so that's fine for now.
Yeah,
Duration.
I have nearly full coverage on 30-meter range. I did it
Mhm.
because I wanted to try switching to mid range too long ago. So it
Yeah.
does work.
Um.
This is where I'm probably going to spend the next 2 clicks in it so that
Yes.
I can just move to the one ancestral substat.
Yes. And
Then I'll
that would
still
be
have
so good.
PVH on point.
That would be good. And then if you get the 141, you'll get another substat, so you could put on Death Wave quantity and Golden
Mhm.
Tower duration. That's perfect. That would
Yeah,
be really nice.
would be phenomenal.
Um.
And then down here, I did a bunch of clicks into Spotlight bonus with Platinum because
Hmm.
shout out to some of my guild members who did their best with the information they had. This was this was in version 26. PHP being viable in Legends was not impossible, but definitely not the common thing in any form or fashion. So they were like, yeah, no, you're gonna have to anyway do some clicks into Spotlight so that your chain lightning does more in tournament. It'll help you move faster. It still holds up where it actually has an effect in tournament. Because I have tested it in champs where I turned it off to see what it was going to do differently. It still makes a solid difference for it to be as high as I do need more angle
Yes.
for sure.
You have a quantity 3. I would say
Hmm.
if you do get the substat, you would have what is that? Plus 11? I forget at Mythic.
Mythic is 11, and I think Ancestral
Okay,
is 13.
51. If you could get it to like 45, 45 would be decent, I guess. Yeah. Funny enough, I did the same thing early on with the bonus. I'm pretty sure when I first began to play the game, I thought that Spotlight was, oh man, damage good, so buff the bonus, and my bonus was like 27 times in like Plat League, and it's it's unnecessary at that point, but whatever, it is what it is. I have it now, but I'll probably look back into it sometime in the future because I probably will need to buff that again soon, but not yet. But yeah, it's interesting though. But it does help. It does help though for
Oh
Spotlight for
yeah,
sure.
oh yeah, it definitely
Definitely.
does.
Um. Okay. Well. All right. So that should be that. I think next we said the cards. I
Hmm.
think you were saying that this was going to be a quick thing.
Yeah,
Here.
this should be the easiest one because, like, if I had masteries, I could see we would need a lot of time
Yeah.
for cards. But
Yeah.
really, the only thing there is to talk about is am I getting RCP mastery or Wave Accelerator first? Spoiler alert: it's RCP mastery. I've done the debate a few times. Wave Accelerator is great for the coins. It might pay for itself faster. I'm much more worried about my skill levels personally, so RPC is going to be
Yeah. That's fine.
yeah.
Uh.
But cards are currently all will not
Okay.
be unlocking it. Like actually accepting it if I do somehow get to the unlock
Wait. The unlock for what now?
area of effect.
Oh yeah. That's yeah. I honestly I didn't unlock that until I had well not enough gems, but basically after I did the cards mission in the event, then I unlocked that. Cause yeah, if you unlock that card, you don't auto complete that mission anymore, the buy the cards mission in the events, which is a little annoying. So
Yep.
then you need like 1,600 gems to max it out, and if you're spending your gems, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't plan on actually accepting that reward until after I've got the ancestral ones that I need to have.
Hmm.
So ancestral G comp, ancestral BHD, ancestral Prim C, and ancestral both SE. then I'll consider doing it, thinking legit. But even still, like, we'll have more card slots that I 15. Right now, that works.
Yeah.
Is am I farming with the most efficient card set?
Can I see all the cards you're running? I'm pretty sure you have all the essentials. I see health, regen,
Mhm.
defense, wave skip, attack speed, free ups. Landmine stun, is that needed for that, or
So
I'm not sure.
where I am, I lose waves and lose coins. And I know that's from what I've been experiencing
Oh,
talking to
well.
other people about it, that's unusual. A lot of
Yeah.
people gain coins when they take landmine stun. They lose them.
Yeah, I was
And
thinking
it's either been a
because
really weird set of where I've just had horrible perk RNG every time, or my tower is really not even an EHP tower, it's just crowd control.
it's EHP in disguise.
Mhm.
Okay. Slow R, that's another one too, yeah. I wonder if not using that would be better. Yeah, because I'm thinking if you have a permanent black hole and GT plus, I would think that you would want enemies to come to you as soon as possible. Well, to kill as many enemies as quick as you can. But
Not late game.
then again,
So
yeah,
late.
that's right. Hmm.
Remember how I said I was at right wave to be able to pause? Because I'm currently at wave 3087, right? And I won't die before my black hole. I can go back home. If I was 1,000 waves further, I would,
Oh, right. I see what you
without all.
mean. Hmm. Okay.
Additionally, when I get to over wave 5, the ability for my tower to knock back batters and hold them back longer between my chrono field slow aura slow makes it so that I can survive up to 400 waves long. Which,
Right.
again, given that this is the number, doesn't seem like a lot to some people sometimes, but it's a difference of 300 billion per hour. So it's like, well, I'm gonna keep doing that for right now.
Yeah,
That
that's fine. Hmm.
that it was really this one. It was really, am I making a mistake with this? Also, going you go away, please. Me, why is it doing that? Making a mistake by having this guy in here.
Yeah, I don't know if you need energy net and the plasma cannon. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're EHP. I'm not sure what the plasma cannon does. I guess you could
The
argue that
plasma
early
cannon
on
is
for
for
Deathwave, but
no, not
maybe.
even for thorns breakpoints.
Oh, okay. Oh, like for
So wall
bosses?
thorns
Okay.
yep, wall thorns break points for bosses. And if I were to get plasma cannon mastery as EHP, it would be useful against elites because it would change the elite break points for when wall thorns would kill them.
Okay. That's fine
Yeah,
then.
it cuts either 2 or 3 thorns hits off, depending on what your wall thorns level is. That's and using this is the reason why I need the 15 breakpoint, because that will have one more boss, which I think could extend some of my runs. And it should also cut, I believe it's still the breakpoint to cut for scatter. So it should potentially extend my runs from scatter death as well. And then the only thing that's different on farm part 1 is this is cash that I can that I can mash EALS. I don't run extra orbs early because I got Death Wave killing stuff for Death Wave. The more orbs are killing things, the less Death Wave. So once EALS is maxed, Death Wave health is usually maxed, and swap out the extra orb.
Yeah, that's fine. Once you get extra orb mastery, then yeah, you'll have to run. You're gonna want to run that, and then if you get like a permanent golden tower, it might help leaving that in, but for now, that's fine.
Yeah, even when I drop the sync, I think I might leave it in. Because at that point, even if I don't have EO mastery, I'm gonna need the extra ticks for golden combo to increase more.
Wait, hold on. You're gonna need
The
the extra
question
what?
is,
Nah, I'm just kidding. Go on.
okay, so if I were to take energy net out, because I don't think it's helping me that significantly, what am I putting in its place?
You could put in definitely not nuke energy. Oh yeah, recovery package chance eventually. Oh well, I don't know. I mean, is package?
I mean, that
Oh,
could save me getting a card slot.
could. I
Because my
mean,
plan was to buy this guy for PC mastery.
if Dark was here, he would say Fortress, but no. I mean, yeah, for
I mean,
RPC
if I had the
mastery, yeah,
enhancements, yeah, just because it would help a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean like barely.
yeah. But yeah, I would say recovery package chance once you get RPC mastery, that would easily go in there. Uh,
Okay.
I don't. I'm not a fan of regular intro sprint. I mean, yeah, it's 100 waves, but is it
Eh,
really? It's not really worth like taking up a card slot for that. It's in my opinion until you get the
yeah,
mastery.
I don't plan on running it until I have at least one lab level of it done, but have a intersprint mastery unlocked so that I can
Yes.
actually get waves that matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you'll need that card slot for it. You'll definitely need the card slot for it then. And then you would need a card
Yeah.
slot for second wind mastery probably. But in my opinion though, I think that regen mastery would definitely be nice to have because I think it's only 750, right? If I'm correct. I think it's pretty
Yes.
or it
It's only
or is it
750.
1,000? Oh, it is 750. Oh, okay. Oh, second wind's
Second wind is a
1,000.
thousand. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I actually want to get second wind mastery first, simply because getting second wind with the full recharge and the mastery extend when it gets maxed out. Basically, every time you pop second wind, you get the boost. And that's a significant extension for a lot of E towers. And it's a higher overall modifier than that is. So
Okay.
yeah, this is 750, but
Yeah.
it's a higher number. Higher
Yes.
number, and letting it last until second wind is going to go off again, especially now that the wall comes back up immediately. Like I would have before the wall regeneration change for second wind, I was 100% on board with regen first.
Oh yeah,
Now
that
because
was
I'm
really good.
EHP, yeah, now because I'm EHP, it's
I'm sorry, repeat
my
that.
plan. Now because I'm EHP and the wall comes back up and wind mastery before regen mastery for me.
Okay.
So the goal is RPC mastery, wave accelerator mastery, second wind mastery. Are there other econ things I could potentially get first? Yeah, probably. And if I can't afford 2 or 3 mastery labs at the same time, I will go for wave skip, or I will go for extra orb math. Probably extra orb mastery because
Oh, for
wave skip
econ?
mastery is an extra 250 stones. Yeah, for econ.
Yeah. So yeah, the order is usually RPC and then Wave Excel intro sprint and then don't forget about enemy balance. Enemy balance is nuts. I think it's such a good mastery. I don't know how it would be for you though. I don't know if it's going to make your runs more difficult. I'm not sure, but I think though the benefits there's at least 5 benefits that enemy balance offers, and it's really good in my opinion. I think it's such a good mastery for all
Massive
around.
amount of cells, additional high coin enemy that goes in place of that typically goes in place of a basic.
So basically,
A good point.
for you, the benefits would be it would be obviously more cells. It would be more cells, and it would help out your GT plus because you would get more scatter enemies. But then again, I don't know if you
Mm.
well, but then again, scatter enemies. I don't know. I'm guessing you probably don't instantly kill them, so that probably won't be ideal then. But yeah, the cell, and then you don't have cache mastery either, so probably not. It would only be good for cells then. But if cells are not an issue for you, then I guess it could wait for now.
Those
Yeah,
are an issue, but I might have to. I might have to look at which way I'm going to do that then.
it's interesting.
I
Yeah,
also didn't realize
because
that
yeah.
intro sprint came before EO.
Oh yeah. Intro sprint is right after Wave Excel because intro sprint and Wave Excel are like a suit and tie. They got to go together. They're really good together. And intro sprint is going to be, it's going to make your runs a lot more efficient, and your coins per hour is definitely going to go up because you could skip all the trash and start at 1800, and that's where where the spawn rate at that point is at a decent spot to begin your farm run. And it's really good intro sprint master, and especially if you want to farm above tier 12, intro sprint and Wave Excel are definitely I think they're like necessary to have, because if you don't have intro sprint mastery, tier 12 may not and above may not be as optimal at the time, but once you get them going, it becomes a lot better. And then you might be able to jump to 13 eventually when you get intro sprint and Wave Excel going. But
I might be
that's
able to
something in
jump
the
to
future.
13 just from Wave Excel, to be honest.
You
It's
could,
such a
yeah.
small gap where getting that faster might be enough. Intro sprint might just make it so that I can go over.
And the thing is
I gotta reevaluate that.
with the Wave Excel, the reason why the Wave Excel is so good is because tier 13 and 12, you're not supposed to be going to like wave 10, 11, 12k, especially tier 13. Tier 13, you probably want to go to around say 75 like 100 waves, and then go to 14 at that point. And Wave Excel can help make the run more efficient, where you hit your max spawn rate sooner, so you could make more earlier, and then when you get to 14, obviously, farm around 4k, etc. And then by then your Wave Excel is probably close to being done, along with intro sprint, and those really help out. And then enemy balance would come afterwards, and then after that it's a toss-up between coins and extra orb. I think coins is better than extra orb, even though it's more expensive. And then yeah, wave skip will come afterwards if you have BHD, which it looks like you do, and in my opinion. But extra orb, it might be
Here's a
better
question.
for you because your EHP. It might be.
Is this a yes no flag, or is this a counter flag where every time an orb hits, it adds the additional bonus?
Oh no, it only adds it one time. It doesn't stack.
It's a yes no flag. It's a did extra
Yeah,
orb mastery hit yes or no.
correct. It's a yes no.
Okay, so yeah, no, then coins
Honestly,
might actually be better.
I think the coins was when I got the coins mastery, it literally, what it does to your coin multiplier is absolutely insane. Like, if your coin bonus for tier 12 is like, if it's like 1500, if it's like 636, you could almost like basically double it when you max out coins master. Or no, you might get it up to like 1,000, maybe. I don't know, something like that, like 800 to 1,000. You know, it it really increases the number of it. I don't know the exact, but I do know when I began it, I was doing tier 16, and what it did to my coin multiplier was absolutely ridiculous. It just jumped up so high, and I think it's so good, coins. And then after that, you can get extra orb if you want. And to go back to what I was saying about Death Wave armor stripping, yeah, the reason why when you get extra orb is that yes-no thing, because if your Death Wave armor stripping is too high, there might be more no's than yeses for those, orb tags for you, basically. and
Oh, that
killing
might be what
enemies
it
too
was, but I
far out.
wasn't awesome.
Yeah, so something like that basically. Um,
Okay.
but yeah.
Yeah, so then I'll move intro sprint up ahead of any of the EHP masteries.
Well, for
Because, like,
econ, yeah. Now for
yeah.
EHP, I can't give you. I don't know the exact order, but if I had to guess, second win and regen would be first, and then maybe extra defense and health. I don't know the exact order, but if I had to choose, I would definitely start with regen or second wind, and then do extra defense or health, whatever I'm in the mood for, I
So,
guess.
and I mean, like, obviously, I'm not into masteries, so
Yeah.
might be off. I believe the order is second wind and regen.
Hmm.
Then I think it's actually slow aura,
Oh, really?
so
Slow
that you
R.
actually take advantage of your regen.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Or flashbang.
Flashbang, yeah. I think that flashbang low key, this this mastery was under the radar for so long, and I thought it was meh. But now thinking about it and seeing others get it and seeing how well it's been doing for them, such as shout out to my friend Versetti, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But you may have to run a lower range to get the most out of it, or I will say though, you may need to put like a landmine radius substat on your module or landmine chance to get the most out of it. Probably
Yeah,
radius.
with flashbang, both of those are on the recommend list. The
Yeah.
other thing that's on the recommend list to boost fitness on this is this guy.
Yes. Yes. The harmony conductor is a very good. If you have a good swamp, then harmony conductor is the way to go. Absolutely. I made the mistake of five-starring mine already, but because of that, I'm only going to set it up for tournaments at this point. I can't farm with it. It is what it is. I'll just run a Prim C to farm with, I guess, for now. But that's another story. But yeah, definitely Harmony Conductor is really good if you have a strong swamp. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I think, and I could be wrong about this. I think it's the two primary econ. I think it's three econ masteries, two AHP masteries, and then one or both of those two CC masteries. Slow aura, uh, optimize your survivability with EHP because again, we're in a crowd control meta,
Yes.
so having more survivability that way does effectively give you EHP. Whether whether you want to call that crowd controller EHP is, in my opinion, semantic. If you're surviving with EHP afterwards, that's what I think makes you EHP, as opposed to surviving killing it while it crowd controlled with glass cannon. Personal opinion thing. But like I
Okay.
said, extra defense, I don't think is actually useful until you're going to be able to get 98% defense in tournament. And it is
Yeah, that
possibly
yeah, that
the
was one of the
best.
reasons why I shied away. I didn't mention that one because I'm guessing obviously I'm guessing, but yeah, that's for later on, like for the
As if I
98%,
remember,
yeah.
it's you have to max the lab and then you have to max this lab and have at least 4% to defend from either 4% or 5% extra defense from relic to get 98% with ass mods. And if you're not getting all the way up there, it might not be worth it. And therefore, this is the one that, in my opinion, I'm going to wait on the longest unless I know I can get to that 90% maybe eventually with that. Honestly, I'd probably get this first for if my wall ends up dropping and control is keeping me alive without needing to pop or between second wind recharge. And even then, that's like
Fortress, huh?
awesome. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know it's primarily a glass cannon thing, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get 100-second wall rebuild and you've got enough mischance and other crowd control, got regen mastery, so you know when your wall pops, you can have enough invincibility to regen all the way up to max and start taking hits again. I feel like it could be useful, but again, I'm not at the level where I know what I'm talking about with that.
Yeah, that's fine. Um. Okay, I think I think that should be everything for the cards. Basically,
Mhm.
it looks like we went over everything for that. Yeah, that basically was almost all of the. Yeah, that's basically all of the things I wanted to cover. Uh, the only other things would be like to recap everything, but it looks like you have a clear plan of what you want to do in the labs and all, such as I know you said you wanted to get your wall thorns to 15. Eventually, you want to do EALS after like Shatter Shards 3. You said like GT bonus to 20. You want to do second win and
Mhm.
nuke recharge sometime in the future. Perk waves required. I think you said level 22 was a goal. Auto pick to 12. Mod shard cost to
Mhm.
get your mods to 141. For the
Mhm.
modules, I think we mentioned about Sharp Fortitude, uh, taking out that substat for the shockwave frequency for something else. Uh,
Yeah, I think you said knockback force was probably where I should go, right?
yeah, I would say knockback force or orb speed. One of those two would be good to have. I'm guessing, yeah.
Almost want to say or an extra orb, but I'll prioritize those two definitely.
Orbs is good too. Yes, orbs is good as well. Because actually, you know what? Orbs is good too. +1 orbs would be good. Because you're not running minimum range anyway, so you don't have to worry about that, them sticking out or whatever. So yeah, you could do that too. Ancestral's +2, but Mythic's only +1. But I guess if you get it, then I guess it wouldn't hurt to keep it for now. That's fine. Either or, orbs or orb speed. Yeah, so that's okay.
And
Um,
then substats on this guy to increase my crowd control and it.
yeah, yeah, multi-shot chance, multi-shot and bounce shot targets, and then attack speed's fine too. Attack speed's pretty solid, I guess. That should be okay. Uh, ultimate weapons, black hole to 34 seconds without substat would be ideal, so you could get ancestral either black hole cooldown or duration to get 38 seconds without perk, equaling 50 with perk, so perma. Equaling a perma black hole. Sorry, a permanent black hole, just so that I don't want to confuse anyone with acronyms that may not be familiar with those. And then the gold bot,
Used a lot of those.
I think you were saying you wanted to get your death wave quantity to 4 from 3, which would help also with econ and for cells, and to help with the overlap with the gold bot, since gold bot's 23 seconds uptime. Um,
Yeah.
and then for the cards, I believe, well, we already mentioned how you were going for second wind mastery first, and then probably either wave excel. Oh, sorry, yeah, RPC. Sorry, you said
Mhm.
RP. Sorry, recovery package chance mastery, and then probably second wind and wave excel.
Yeah. I should go for Wave Excel first. I might wind up saying forget it and before it, but
I think wave
I
excel is
really
S
should get
tier.
Wave Excel.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's S tier for econ, and first level unlock max spawn rate's going to drop 10%. So from 6,500 all the way to like 59-ish, 5,900-ish. And that's a big difference, a 600 wave difference right there. Well, almost, basically. Yeah, it's like a 600 wave difference. It's pretty nice.
650 wave difference, yeah.
Yep. And so there is a chart that goes over that in the effective path sheet that shows you the adjusted spawn rates per wave well, no, the adjusted wave count per spawn. Sorry, the adjusted wave count per spawn rate in terms of your Wave Excel mastery level. So if you ever wonder what wave you would have to hit for the spawn rate to go to a certain number, you could always reference that chart. I could put that up on the
Okay,
screen real
perfect.
quick now. It's in the, if you have the effective path sheet, it is in the cards sheet, if I'm correct, under WA/IS, I think it's called. I don't remember. Something like that. But I'll put it up on the screen regardless. But yeah, I think that basically sums everything up. This was a very good discussion. I think this was a very good discussion. A little bit longer than I expected, but that's totally fine with me. It's definitely not a tags
Same.
video if it's not a long video.
And thank you again for having me. It's been a lot of fun talking to you about it, and I definitely do have some stuff that I'm gonna do differently than I was originally planning after this. Definitely a hundred stones different.